Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the character Cosmo from the Fairly Odd Parents. So this video is going to be a little different than the rest. If you guys don't know, I live in Pennsylvania and this video was filmed back in... what date was that? I don't know, back in the winter sometime when we had all these crazy nor'easters here. And this was filmed during the last one, which is probably the worst one yet. So the power went out, it was a little nuts, so I had to make it work. When you're in the middle of a 6-hour paint job, guys, you're not stopping for anything. So I hope that you guys like this video, and if you're interested in seeing this look, then keep watching. I think this was the point where I started using toner when gluing down my brows. It was getting really clumpy and thick in certain areas, so I just used some of that toner to thin it out and help smooth down my brow hairs, which is why I always use toner first in all of my newer tutorials. Sweater off, let's get down to business. So this is one of the fewer times where I applied my paper cutouts first. At the time, it was easier for me to visualize the spacing between each facial feature when I already had my basic face shape down. It's so crazy how your mind changes when you build more practice doing something over and over again. Looking at myself doing it this way now just feels so much harder. Anyway, on to outlining. As most of you know, I like using black eyeshadow for this step. The one that I love is by Ben Nye. This is the Glam Shadow palette. I traced the general shape of the cutouts that I made when I created Wanda because I knew that they had similar proportions, but I had to make a few adjustments since Cosmo's head isn't as boxy as Wanda's. It helps to have a picture of reference in front of you during this step so that you can get the proportions correct. Being able to get the sizing and features correct just by eyeing it is something that's just going to take practice. But a good method that I like to do is to focus on one feature at a time. Then I compare the size of the next feature based on the last one. I started to map out his body, but then realized that his shirt was a little thinner than what I drew, so I just grabbed some of that toner on a cotton sheet, wiped it away, and just started fresh. Now I'm just getting that hair out of the way to get started on painting. So I always use the Mayor on Paradise palette for my paints. I know that I always say it, blah blah blah, it's so pigmented, doesn't dry out your skin, has a lot of colors to choose from, but it's true. I love it and you will too, so I'll link it below for you guys. I could not, for the life of me, get his skin tone right. I kept making it too orange and then going back in with white to lighten it up, so you're gonna see me do that a few times. For the top of his hair and for all of my paper pieces, I always use spirit gum to apply these. So you're gonna wanna wait a few minutes for them to get tacky before you stick them on, or else they're gonna slide around on you and they just won't stay put. Now I'm just using some green eyeshadow to map out his pupils before I go in with the paint. I decided to do a white drip effect to mimic the black drippings that I did for Wanda. I have a side-by-side of both of them together on my Instagram if you guys want to see that. It's pretty cool, I'll leave it linked down below. Now I go in to lighten his skin for the 100th time, and that one sealed the deal. Finally. Now it's on to my favorite thing ever, which is outlining. And get ready for it.
This isn't your average everyday darkness. This is advanced darkness.
At first I was using the light from my phone, but it was getting too annoying holding it up, so I wound up just getting a flashlight and propping it up against my ring light so that I can finish my outlining. When you spend hours on a look, you'll be surprised at the measures that you'll take in order to get it done. Can you imagine this guy coming out of the shadows of your room? And here I'm just adding the final touches. Can't forget about the wands, the wings, and the floaty crowny things. My boyfriend was able to use a battery backup that we have for our laptop to power all of my lighting, but it only works for a set amount of time since it takes so much energy to run these lights. So I had about 2 minutes to do a quick little dance, snap a few pictures, and be done with it. I hope that you guys liked this one, and if you did, please make sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Also, you can hit that bell down below to be notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, stay creative.